sometimes benefit, and I appreciate that because you all are real people, real experiences. And I'm going to read a quick about you all. Can you all describe your foundation again for me? I want to make sure I say that correctly.
Oh yeah,
FloBella. This is Chelsea and Jeff, and you are the owners of FloBella Foundation.
That's correct.
And you two specialize in transformations like at every level through structure of system, discipline, transparency, and faith-based driven leadership. And you guys are built on real transformation. So I hear that. And I know that you all have, I looked at a couple of your podcasts also, and the different dynamics of people that were on it. So you all work with people that may have suffered from addiction, adversity, and life changing setbacks, right?
Yeah.
And you believe in standards, structure, and you're built for impact and designed for legacy.
Yeah.
Bam.
Bing bang.
Okay. We did that, and it's recording.
Yeah. Good. We got good practice before.
Lord. And today's topic is about love. So last week I did a definition of love, but there is there's your definition of what love is to you. But I was curious, so I did some research on that. And then the 4-part series I'm doing there is love in family dynamics, love and relationships. And then Chelsea mentioned, I saw on her social media about loving yourself first, right? I mean, that should be first, loving yourself before you can love someone else. But let's talk about quickly, if you don't mind, like you two, you seem like you're connected and you're vibing here. How did you all meet? We're going to sum that up again.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us?
No, wait a minute. On the head.
I'll tell it. So I had some friends that invited me to a Halloween party, and I wasn't supposed to go anywhere that night. And last minute, I decided, okay, I'm going to go. So we ended up going to this Halloween party, and after I hung out, had a couple drinks, and I'm walking through the sliding glass doors, and he happens to be walking in at the same exact time that I was walking out. And the first thing I noticed, of course, is all his tattoos and his eyes, because my dad has really pretty
Can we
bright
blow it
blue
up?
eyes.
No, we can't see your
What?
eyes.
Yeah, I know. I just thought they were so pretty, and I was like, oh man. So then, I was the one who hit on him, and we start talking, and then we sit on the sofa, and we just end up talking about everything. Like we had a ton of things in common, and like I was telling you, my middle name, so Ann-Marie. His daughters, one daughter's middle name is Ann, and the other one's Marie. So it was just insane that we had so many different connections. Like we have certain tattoos that are the same. We have like the same colored arm of tattoos, same black and white arm.
Let me see. There we go. Yeah. My video's in the way of you two beautiful people. There we go. There.
Yeah. We just had a lot in common. It was the first person I ever met that I felt like I could talk to forever. Like we could just talk about so much. And so, then after that, we just kept hanging out and talking more, and we were basically inseparable from there.
Right on.
Yeah.
Sorry. There we go. I don't know why my words are over there. This is a day.
Yeah.
Can you see the words on my screen?
No?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Man. I love that you all are down to earth, and that works because I'm not perfect, and I feel like you all are we're all evolving, so
Yes.
okay. So we talked about, so that's really a beautiful story how you both connected and met, And I asked you earlier, I'm gonna ask you again.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you all are aligned? Like you went through things, and Jeff, maybe you could answer that, things in life in order to find where you two are today?
Absolutely. Like, I actually was married when I was 20 years old, and I lasted a whole 6 years, but I was seriously a baby who had babies. I mean, I literally had kids as a kid,
Yeah, yeah,
and I look back at it, and we went through our struggles, but I look back at it and I realize even though in the time of, it's like so much I used to blame on her.
yep.
Now
I
that
can,
I'll look back and it's, man, without
yeah,
going through that and that experience, I absolutely know she could have been perfect back then, and our relationship, like, still, we would have never lasted. I was not doing my part, so beyond any excuse, taking ownership and, like, that experience, and
yeah,
so now, like, it led me to now where instead of the first, "Oh, you did this, you did that,"
right.
always start with the mirror, and with that
The
experience.
mirror. Woo!
Mm.
Take glasses off for that. That's the mirror. Yes. And
Yes.
I shared that too. I can relate. I in my past experience in marriage, I feel like I kind of gave up a little bit too, but it's a learning lesson. So, in order for me to be where I'm at today. So I get where you're coming from. And you all seem very connected. I'm sure communication is key, right?
Yeah, the biggest one. It was actually something we had to work on the most because
Hmm.
of how, like, our gap between our ages.
Yeah, you
So,
mentioned right.
yep. So I understand things a little bit differently from like the year I was born versus the way he's very structured. Like I use words in different terms. So
Yep.
like bread, I'll call toast. Or like
Oh,
just like I'm very like I make up kind of my own dictionary where he's very like matter of like the words go by their meaning. So we
yeah,
had to it took some time. We'd get so frustrated with each other and we still have to be very patient with each other when we communicate. Like, hey, is
patient.
that what you meant? Did you mean that? So it's like before getting defensive, it's like, let me make sure I understand you correctly and kind of
Hmm.
going slow. Like, hey, I'm meaning it from this way. Or hey, saying something and my intent was this behind it instead of
Hmm.
just kind of running with it thinking it meant something
That's
else.
beautiful.
So
Do
yeah,
you all do a lot of things together? I know you guys hit that gym together.
we do everything
What is
together.
funny is, oh,
What's
man,
up?
I don't know if I know another couple that actually spends more time together only. We
That's
literally
what I
do
mean.
Yeah,
everything
we do
together.
That
everything.
that's what I
Anybody we
mean.
hang
Like,
out with, yeah, we're always together.
people want that in life, you know, but I found that they may not want to do the work that comes along with it because you guys are best friends. I could feel it.
That's
But
You're
exactly it. I could even a sporting event, something I'm only interested in, she could have 0 interest or vice versa, something she's totally into, a girl thing. Man, I get so excited to go and experience it through her eyes, like, I seriously cannot wait. And she does the same thing for me, and
really
oh, man, I love it. There's nobody I'd rather, like, I'm not even joking, from going to a football game to going to a concert, who fill in the blank, girl music. Nope. If I'm going with her, it's gonna be my
right.
music.
Wow.
yeah, and it does take work because I mean, it's the same thing as like you grow up in a family and you have siblings or brothers and sisters. You're around somebody all the time. So, of course, there's going to be times where it's like, oh, but I feel weird if he's not with me for everything. If I
Oh, so
experience something without him, it feels odd. I'm so used to him, like, being there. He's like
kin-
my brain. He's the second half
kindred
part of
spirits.
me.
Yeah, you all are kindred spirits. You're connected. I feel we haven't went there, but to me, I feel energy, right? Like connection, and I feel that you all's energy aligns. And it's sad to say in relationships, people that aren't blessed for that type of love. And some are, and if they are, that's a beautiful thing, but it is rare. And I wondered, well, why you all might think that is. I have my own thoughts, but why do you think that is rare, that connection that you all have? I found it in a few people only.
Man, I so I was like, I dated a lot before I met Jeff, and man, I I believe it's rare because so for instance, I went through a lot of hard relationships. I wasn't attracting the right people because I wasn't the right person in myself. I still have a
Ah,
lot of work to do for myself.
yes.
So I went through a lot of like really bad relationships, but I still didn't give up. And I think what a lot of it happens, like a lot of people get mixed matched with certain people that they're not really supposed to be with and they get hurt and then they don't deal with what's going on inside. That was the biggest thing I had to do is really look at myself like, okay, instead of like he said, pointing the finger at everybody, what could have Chelsea done better to be, a better spouse or a better, girlfriend or, in these different scenarios. And that was the biggest thing. Once I started working on myself, and that was the thing too, is that we've grown together. So it was like, okay, I think I know I reached a point where I was like, I'm done. Like, after you, I'm done. Like, I'm going to girls after this. If this doesn't work out, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so tired of it because I
Yeah.
couldn't take it. I was just like,
You
oh my
are
goodness.
hilarious. I love it. I get
Yeah.
it.
I just raw. I'm like, hey, if you're gonna be a player, tell me you're gonna be a player. I don't care.
That
Just
part.
be honest with me, I just want honesty. And I'm
Yep.
getting older and I don't have time to just keep messing around. Like I'm busy. I run a business. Like I don't have time to just lollygag anymore. So I think that I think people stop fighting and they stop looking for that other person and they believe that they're not out there, but don't realize that there's billions of people in the world. And just because you ran into a few that weren't so
Yep.
good doesn't mean that there isn't somebody else out there that could be there for you. It's
That's a
just,
good.
yeah.
That was perfect. I felt that. Can you see the goosebumps? No,
Yeah.
that was beautiful. No, for real, because like, look, this is it. I'm ready to work, on love and connection. And so I think that's just amazing. That's a great stopping point. Like, you know, you all you love yourself in order for you all to connect as one. That is beautiful. Any last minute words you all want to say?
I just read something recently exactly on the topic that we're talking about now.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's a problem with today's like with not generation, it's all of us. The era of dating currently is somebody goes, I want to be married. I want my soulmate.
Right.
And then they go and force that upon something with connection or not connection. They don't wait for a connection. So they're already after this, I want a soulmate. Well, I read this thing where it's, you know what? Instead of looking so hard for your soulmate, spend more time working on your soul, mate.
Oh, wait a minute. I hope that's not too loud, but
Yeah.
what? Okay. Damn. I know. So, you know what? I can't. No. Where can one find you two power couples at? Shout it out. Where are you from? What's your social?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to
So
check
they
them
can
out.
find us. We're under FloBella, but
Okay.
a lot of our tags say the FloBella way.
Okay.
So that's
That
the easiest
part.
way to find us on Facebook. You'll see us on
Or look
YouTube.
for his arms. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's great. You all do some videos. I've been following your girl here. Motivation. Like, if you don't feel like going to the gym, pop on her video. What? And not only is you guys married or you're connected? Are you married
Oh,
or
we're engaged.
yeah. Well, either way, I feel like that's your person. I don't know, but that's just my vibe. But what I mean is, not only Chelsea, are you beautiful and you two beautiful together? I felt your spirit is just so beautiful and that it's motivating, for those who we have to love within ourselves and it's work.
Mhm.
And you guys have worked on yourself. So thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
so
your time. here on the podcast, Health and Wellness, Molly Freebird. And you can check them out. FloBella on the social media. You just hit that, and I'll put a link in when I post the podcast.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
All right. Well, hold tight. And thank you. Hold tight.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me in Molly Freebird's podcast, a continuing story of a health and wellness journey. I'm Malika J. Cox, certified personal trainer and nutritional specialist for over a decade. You can find me on all social media platforms, Body by Mali, Mali Freebirds on YouTube, Mali Freebirds on YouTube, Body by Mali on YouTube for more information on how to stay fit and healthy. And I'm Malika, striving to live a more balanced lifestyle. And as my father used to say, to help bring good into the world. See you next time.